Welcome everyone to Lord Pog Gaming, with me, your host, Lord Pog. I'm back with another free game that deserves attention. It's a short, bite-sized horror murder mystery from Vuk Dobric, who some of y'all might remember me doing a review for in the past when I reviewed the game Reverend. You Golden Wonders can find that review for Reverend on the channel under the free games that deserve attention playlist. So yeah, check it out when you're done here.
Do it! Do it!
Also, if you enjoy this review and haven't already, then feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Sign my guest book while you're here, the guest book being my clever terminology for leaving a comment. It helps the YouTube algorithm know that it needs to push the channel more. Not to mention, it would be totally awesome of you if you did.
Totally?
So be awesome. Help support the channel and join the Patreon also, so I can retire from hard labor and possibly do this full time. I don't know, but it'd be nice. Today's free game that deserves attention is called Detektiv, spelled D-E-T-E-K-T-I-V. And despite its different spelling from the English I know, it's actually accurate. But we'll get there.
Hold your horses.
So without further ado, let's get on with the review of Detektiv. As mentioned before, I've reviewed a game by creator Vuk Dobric in the past called Reverend. And just like that game, I was equally impressed with Detektiv. One thing I really like about Vuk's games is how well they tell a complete story, while remaining short and still capturing the spirit of suspenseful horror.
The suspense is terrible. I hope it'll last.
Detektiv is no different, as the player is put in the shoes of investigator Fyodor Mikhailovich. My Russian is trash, I'm sorry. I know it's trash.
Boo this man!
Fyodor is tasked with solving a series of crimes that are tied to the occult somehow, with some pretty strange occurrences along the way. On Detektiv's itch.io page, whose link I will leave in the description for all you Golden Wonders who want to play Detektiv, on the page it states that Detektiv has a single ending, and so I don't consider me mentioning this as a spoiler. The reason I bring it up though is because of the various dialogue options the player can choose for Fyodor. Despite the fact that they changed nothing about the ending, I really appreciated them in the sense that regardless if they changed anything or not, being able to respond in ways that I similarly would made Fyodor feel like he was being customized by me.
Far out.
Something else Vuk Dobric does well is their atmosphere. While not a modern marvel when it comes to graphics, there is this undeniable retro vibe that I absolutely dig. Honestly, it's hard to explain, but it's like late 90s PS1 mixed with the late 60s, early 70s Rosemary's Baby aesthetic. Nothing is really jumping out at you visually, yet it is all jumping out at you in a subtle, eerie way, massaging your brain.
What?
Yes, I know none of that makes any sense. At least not on the surface. All I can say is you'll have to play Detektiv to see what I mean. There's just something off throughout the entire game, and I don't even mean that in a bad way. Even the name and the way it's spelt, which is, I'm not gonna go through a whole English lesson in the differences.
Read a fucking book for once.
What I will say is that, as strange as the spelling might seem, it's actually the correct pronunciation in German. From what I could discover of the etymology, it comes from the word entdecken, meaning to discover, making it a fascinating choice on Vuk Dobric's part. I know some of y'all might be saying, English isn't everyone's first language, Pog.
Oh, well, allow me to retort.
I know that, but a lot of foreign media will still adapt their stuff to a more Western audience, because if late-stage capitalism has taught us anything, it's that the Western world still makes up the majority of consumers on the planet. The US especially.
That's racist.
What I'm praising Vuk for doing is staying true to the culture and atmosphere of the game that clearly doesn't take place in the US, making Detektiv look and feel like the player is involved with a foreign suspense thriller of the 60s and 70s. All in all, I highly recommend Detektiv. It's not a very long game, and it plays out exactly how it should. Go check it out. And if you got a couple of bucks, show your appreciation to Vuk for donating.
Your daisy if you do.
I want to thank all of you Golden Wonders for joining me on yet another review. Y'all can't imagine how much y'all mean to me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down in the guest book if and it tickle your fancy.
No, please do not tickle my fancy.
Doing all of this really does help the channel grow. And if you want to support the channel, then please subscribe to my Patreon. I really would love to do this full time and grow the channel to heights that I can't afford to now because of time and money. So every little bit helps, and I mean that. Regardless, the most important thing is that from my very heart and soul, I love y'all. And you Golden Wonders mean the world to me. Y'all come back now. Stay golden.